In Genesis chapter 4 verse 4, Moses records that Abel offered a firstling. What many of us have read it to mean is that Abel offered Suya. Abel gave God Suya. Cain brought salad. God said, no, I like Suya. I don't like salad. Cain brought vegetable. Abel brought animal with blood. And God said, I love blood. Yeah, I love drinking blood. Oh God. Moses again is writing in figures of speech. The word firstlings. Remember what God called Israel? He called them what? His firstborn. The same Hebrew word for firstling. Firstborn means someone who will take your promises, your service, your ministry and bring it to pass. That's the meaning of firstborn. Someone who will take your promises, your service, your ministry and bring it to pass. If you go to Genesis 25, 31 to 34, remember the conversation between Jacob and Esau. You know, because many of us think that birthright is property. If birthright was property, how did the father make mistake and gave it to the second son? If it was property, all the father needs to do after the mistake is say, come, I changed my mind, let's change the property. After all, it's a document aside. So the blessing of attention. So Abel believed the promise of God's blessing. He believed the promise of God's service. Abel then offered. Offering the firstling means Abel accepted to preach the gospel. He offered to fulfill God's mandate of being a blessing on the earth. And because of that, Cain hated him. So Cain hated a servant of God. Is that clear? Cain's hatred for Abel is that Abel has now joined the ministry. Abel has now offered himself to be a man of God and preach the gospel. So Cain hated Abel's new assignment. Because Abel offered the firstling, firstborn, which signify an offering to accept to be in ministry, to serve the purpose of God.